We're talking with Jack Hancock from the outskirts of Possum today, and he's got some cock and bull stories for us. Now, you've had a bit of an episode with a bull, I believe.
Yeah, I wasn't that bad, but bad enough, you know. It was down when I was looking for a chap down on the Cochrane's Road. I thought instead of following the track right round to bring them home at night, I thought I'd cut across the paddock. And I got halfway across the paddock and I looked at this, didn't even see it at first, but I looked up and there's this damn bull in the corner scratching his feet. I said, what the hell's going on here? So all of a sudden I sort of took a few steps back and it took some towards me and I thought, ooh, damn this, and I off. And so did it. And I tell you what, I hit the fence sort of, I went straight over the top of the thing and landed on me back on the other side and he hit the barbed wires and they were that strong that it threw him back, I reckon, about 6 or 7 feet on the ground.
Oh,
God. And it frightened the daylights out of me.
Jeez, what sort of bull was he?
Well, it was a great big Jersey thing.
Oh.
And they're the biggest mongrel bulls you could ever have, them Jerseys when they're niggly.
And you must be the first person I've heard of who's actually outrun a bull.
When you've got something like that behind you, you'll do it.
Good one. Now, how are you in bull paddocks now?
Oh, I'm all right. I still, because you still always watch what I'm doing, but I can go through my own bulls and all that sort of thing because they sort of run around with the cows and everything out here, so I don't have to worry about them. But if you've got a Jersey bull, you always keep your eye on him because he'd be the nastiest bull you could ever have.
Okay.
But I didn't see him in the paddock. I just thought there was nothing in the paddock until I got halfway across it and just looked up and here he was standing in the corner, scratching his feet at me, and I said, Jesus, I think I better get going here.
Right, now I would have too. Got a rooster story.
Oh, not one, 3 of them.
Okay.
Were they wild? I got them, some bloke that I knew down at, he owned the caravan park down at Rosebud. And I was friendly with him and we were down there this day and he says to me, I saw them in the paddock in the brook pen a fair way away and I said, gee, they're nice roosters. He said, you want one? And I said, I wouldn't mind one of them. They said, you stay here and we'll get them for you. So anyway, when I got home, he opened up it was in the back of the car. I opened up the chook thing in the back of the car, and there's 3 of them in it. Hell. So I had to get my son to give me a hand to carry them because they were big things. We let them out up there, then the damn things took to us. God, did they what? And they hit the fence at us, but what the heck are you going to do with them? And now it's, oh God. And we were scared of the kids. We had a friend came here. Wayne was up there in the shed and he walked through the fence and walked up there and the 3 roosters stuck to him. And he off. And well, you shouldn't run. You should turn around and back away. But he ran and God, they gave it to him.
Did they?
And I thought, we've got to get rid of them because if they stuck the what's the names into the kids' eyes or something like that, they could blind them with their things at the back, their prongs at the back. And they would too. And then they hit you with them. They'd make all your backs of your legs all bleed. They were rotten things, they were. So in the end, we got rid of them in the end. Well, we brought the axe out.
Of course. It's the only thing you can do.
Yeah.
And now you keep bees. Have you been attacked by your own bees?
No, I haven't been attacked by them, but Mum has sort of. I wear this thing over my head. So this day they all got inside it. They all got inside it, you see, and I came, and you couldn't work with the bees because they're all inside and they're buzzing around, and going round and round and round, and my eyes, I couldn't see it, even my eyes were rolling. So I came back to the house and I yelled out to Beth and I said, open the back up and let them out. Well, that was, I shouldn't have said that was the stupidest thing I could have ever done. And they took to her. Oh, God, they stung her. Jeez, they did.
Did they sting you?
No, they didn't touch me, but they got stuck into her. And God, her eyes were blocked up and, oh, God.
Jeez.
Jeez, they got to her. And then I got told off. Did I go? Oh, God. I'll tell her anyway.
Now, you've got a few goats out there. Have they chased you?
No, they haven't gone me. They sort of go with the dogs and that. And if they go up behind the shed where the son's got his hounds that he does the deer hunting with, they've got horns on them, and the hounds think they're deer. And, oh, they go mad. They grab their mouths in the wire, and they pull it and shake like to try and get them. I reckon if they got out, they'd kill the goats. They'd kill them. Because that's what they meant for, to, chase them.
Yeah, see, they think they're these things.
Yeah, because they got horns on them, and they get stuck into them.
Now, pet wombat.
Yeah, my son, he was a beggar at bringing things home. If they were on the road, something dead on the road, he'd have to go and have a look at it. And this day he had a look at this wombat laying on the road, and had a young one in his pouch. So he brought it home and reared it up, and it was the biggest damn nuisance you could ever have around a house. Anyway, it
apparently used to jump onto people's shoulders.
No, that was the possum.
Oh, that was the possum.
That was the possum that he had. The kids would tease it, and it'd fly around the house here, and we had a leather couch here, and it'd bite all the way along the couch, and had all these holes right along it. But anyway, we got rid of him in the end. A bloke up here that we used to always call the funny farm down in Iora for kids, and he used to bring school kids to it, and a camp sort of thing. So he took him down there for the kids sort of. But the possum that you were talking about, that's how he found that too, by looking at things on the road, and he found this little baby possum in a pouch, a silver grey one.
Yeah.
And he brought it home and reared it up. But I used to have to start work at 1 o'clock in the morning, see, and it was outside, and it'd spring off the tree and it'd land on your back, and oh God, it frightened the daylights out of you.
Didn't want to claw you or anything?
No, he'd just
friendly.
spring onto your back and just hang on to you like that, and just sit there on your back. And oh God, it would frighten you. But we had to get rid of it too, because it went up into the chook house, and it'd roll the eggs out, roll them out onto the ground, drop them down, and they'd all smash. And you wouldn't get the eggs. My son had pigeons up there, and it was doing the same to his pigeons' eggs and all. It'd just roll them all out, and I said, got to get rid of that. But he took it away over to the bush over, and he said, I'll find a mate. But about a fortnight later or more, the damn thing came back. We were laying in bed, it was early in the morning, during the night, and we heard this thump. But this is what he used to do before we got rid of him. He used to get the rubbish bin, he'd roll it round the floor. Anyway, we're laying there, and all of us, so we heard a thump on the floor, and the rubbish bin was doing the same. And I said, but I think that damn possum's back. She said he wouldn't be back. So anyway, I went out, and here's the damn thing sitting up there looking at me on the floor, this damn possum. And
when he came through the roof?
And he chewed a hole through the plaster on the roof and dropped down on the floor.
He must have liked you.
Oh, jeez. Well, we didn't like him that much either.
So he didn't end up going into the pot for possums?
No, we sent him over to another bush, and we never saw him again. So he must have picked up a mate over there and said, oh, well, I'm going to stay with her, and away he went.
Okay, you got a special snake story just before we wind up, have you?
No, I have, but
go on, let's have it.
We used to work at the Possum factory here, and I was down the paddock, and we got this snake and put him in a sugar bag and brought him up, and the son said, why don't you put him in a jar and put him in my car, because he used to work at the factory. I'll take him up to the school for the kids. I said, all right. But I said, you haven't got a top for it. And he said, oh, it'll stay in there. It'll stay in. So I said, all right. So we tipped him out into it. It was a big snake too. And it was a jar about this big, and he's wrapped around him. And we were killing ourselves laughing. We knew what was going to happen with the hot sun coming through the windscreen of the car. He was going to really go to town, and in the car.
Was he a tiger snake or
a great big copperhead? Ooh. So anyway, when he went to go home at lunchtime to take it up there, he's going to take it up there and then come back and go home for lunch. He came back and he said, the snake's gone. We all started laughing, we all knew it would. And he said, what am I going to do? And I said, well, it'll be in your car somewhere. Just have a look around, you'll find it. Like hell, he says. I'm not looking for it. So anyway, his car stayed there for 2 days. And he used to walk home and back. And he said, please, Jack, find it for me, will you? I want me car. I said, Jack, please look for that snake. I said, can't you do it? No, he said, I'm not doing it. No, he's too damn scared. I said, don't be silly. All you got to do is lift the thing up and you'll find him. And then what I do then? So anyway, we lifted up and there he was curled up on the digger. So I just put a stick in and just dragged him out on the ground.
That was very brave of you.
I'm not going to put over that I knocked it on the head then.
No. Well, thanks, Jack. I've enjoyed your cock and bull stories.
That's all right.
And I hope you have too. They're pretty good, weren't they?